Hi friends, it's Nancy, and today we're going to start decorating our Witchwood Lane, the front and the back, and I think we can get that done today. And then probably the next video will be the tags, I guess, but I'm having so much fun with this, and I read all your comments, and you all love this so much. I do. It's so much fun, and I really, my friend Cindy, hi Cindy, she inspired me because she said she was going to do one with like traditional colors, like the black, orange, and kind of like a vintage kit that she has that she's going to do. And she said she made her own witches too. But I really, as much as I love my purple, and you know I do because I can never get enough of this purple, I really want to work on one that has traditional colors, maybe retro-y, vintagey, I don't know, but I want to do one with blacks and oranges and hints of whatever. So I might have to make another one, but more of a, like this is the Witchwood Lane, and I'm thinking more of a haunted house street kind of thing. So if you're okay with that, I might just end up doing that too, because I just need to work with some traditional colors. So anyway, how are y'all doing? I hope you're all good, and I am excited, as you can tell. It doesn't take much to get me excited to work on Halloween things. So let me just tell you what I've got going here. I did put one of my wax seals there at the top of the house here. And I wanted to mimic windows. So I'll show you what I did. Here on this big house in the middle, I had a Tim Holtz piece here with a dial, and I just kind of drew in midnight, glued one of Amy at Crafty Cat, one of her little tiny spiders. And then I put one of my iridescent beads there for the middle, just to add a little something. This is a Tim Holtz die set. Oops. It is 664178, and it's got the 4 dies of lace on there. So I cut one out of my jelly print paper, and I thought it'd be really cute there. And then I did cut out some, you'll see I'll be using some black trees. Now I have a Cricut machine, so naturally, you know, I cut those out of my Cricut. But Amy has some, I know, in her kit. You can freehand cut something similar to this, or maybe you already have some, you know. So I really wanted to add some of these trees on here. So anyway, so to mimic windows, I was trying to think. I didn't want to cut windows out, but I thought, well, why can't we use labels? So I had some plain labels. I don't know where these are from, just plain labels, and I'm going to decorate them, and we're going to just, so they'll mimic windows, okay? So each house is going to be a little different here, so let's just get started. So I cut out one of the witches from one of the tags of Amy's kit, and I thought she would look really good standing in front of the house here. And then what I'm going to do is I took some of my mica sprayed book page that I'm using in Spellbound, and I took, I looked for some pieces of the digital, and I kind of was tearing around some flowers to go on there, but I wanted to dress the label up too. I did kind of ink them a little bit around there just to kind of cut the edge, the white edge, but I have my script, this script stamp here that I've shown you before. It's a Creative Expressions script by Sam Poole, and I just use this as background. So I thought, well, I'm going to kind of make some, just to not to have a blank label. I thought it would be fun to just put some background on here. Now this one is going to be up and down like that, so I'm going to just leave that like that. I thought I could take a piece of my mica dyed paper, glue that on, and I kind of tore around some some of the flowers, and I thought, you know what, I think that's okay. So I'll just give it a little ink here. These are little flower buds here for this one. But I think it gives the illusion of like a window. And what do you call that round? You know, some of the old houses, I think the Victorian houses used to have those little, I've even seen houses today have, I think my daughter has one of those faux kind of windows in her, on the front of her house, just like a decor piece kind of thing. But I think the Victorian houses used to have those too. I mean, you know, you could go crazy with something like this. You could just, I'm almost wondering if I want to stamp over that. I think I will. There we go. Oh yeah, I like the stamp over it too. I like that. And I'm going to glue that here. So I'm going to put that on. You could get really detailed with the decorating of the houses here. So I'm going to put that right here. But I think it kind of just adds something with an illusion of a window, but it's not. And then her, now I fussy cut her off a tag, but I'm not going to ink her edges because being that the background's so dark, I think it kind of pops her off to have that little bit of white edging. So I'm going to just kind of glue her on and leave the white edging showing. And I think it's okay. So we're going to decorate the front and we'll decorate the back. Now, Joellen, hi Joellen, she suggested too the die cuts that I used for the floral and the vines in the Dark Fairy journal there that I used Dark Fae from for Amy. That would be good on here. And yes, it would. It would be great on here. I just wanted to do a little something different. But yes, if you have your die cuts of any vines and flowers and stuff, you definitely I'm looking for my pen. That would definitely be a good idea to do that, to add dimension to this. So that's a great idea. That is a great idea, Joellen. All right, so I'm going to put her here, right about there. And see, just by leaving that little bit of white, I'm going to push her down here. Okay. I think that looks good. It definitely gives some interest. You get these flowers down here on the window. Okay, now that looks good there. And then just by adding this and that little bead and everything, it kind of gives some dimension. So that house is done for now. Now this house here, I had cut out a skull. I have one of my trees that I thought would look really good here. And I thought the skull could just kind of lay on the ground here by the tree. And then I have two windows. I thought it'd be fun to have two little windows there. And I just have little pieces of trim and some of my book page. I don't think I inked these. I don't know if I did or not, but I'll give them a little ink before I stamp them. I'll just put them over here. Just for texture, I guess. The little bit of trim. Okay, so I'm going to stamp these like that, and then I can stamp them again. Am I in frame? No, yeah, barely, huh? Let me just get over here. I have them right here. I'm going to add on the book page. Probably just put it on with the glue because I think the glue stick will eat it up if I do put it on there. So I'm going to put it on here like so. I would just look around in your stash of things and see what catches your eye to decorate these with. But, oh yeah, I definitely want to do a row of haunted houses. I think that's going to be cool. These are such little pieces of trim that I'm not, the glue's going to be fine on these tiny little pieces here. So I think, let me just, before I glue that on, let me hit these again with some inking. There we go. And now I can glue this on. And then I'll do this one. The only thing that's hard is gluing these trees on. You know, you can do the method where I put glue all over my arm, my hand, and then kind of dip it in there. I mean, whatever works. I know Amy will be cringes when I do that. I know she does. She don't like glue on her. I love you, Amy. Make me chuckle though. All right, so I'm going to put that window there. And then, of course, you could stitch, too. If you want to do some stitching, you could stitch around these windows. I think that would look really good, too. I'm going to put this window here. So there's like 2 windows on that one. And let's just get some glue on here. Sometimes the little edges, the little fine edges, it's not a problem that they don't get glued down, I don't think. They're just so fine that I mean I can get glue on these with no problem, I think. It takes a bit of patience, which I know I don't have. I don't ask my husband, he knows. No, don't ask. Don't tell him I said it. I didn't admit to that. But no, ay, ay, ay. Anyway. Hey, we all have our things, right? We're not perfect. I'm just saying. Anyway. Okay, so there. See, I'm getting a good amount of glue on here. It's fine. It'll be fine. Okay, let me get this here to hold it. And I'm going to put that right here. And I love how it kind of goes over the window. So we're going to do that. Glue it down. I know the windows don't pop too much, but there is dimension. And that's what I'm going for, dimension. So, and that tree is going to be just fine. And then I'm going to just kind of glue this skull right at the bottom there of the tree, which I think it looks really good. Yeah, I might make, I'm thinking, what I'm thinking, now that I've brought up all my crafting stuff, is I have the Tim Holtz trick-or-treaters. I know he's got 2 different kinds, but I just could see these cute decorated houses, like say your block. I remember how we used to decorate a block of houses, family, and the kids are trick-or-treating along the way. That's what I'm going to be doing, so stay tuned for that. I have to indulge me in one more of these because I really want to. Okay, so now I did put that, I told you, and the only thing I want to put on here is this trim here. So let me get this on here. This will be cute. These are just too much fun. Too much fun. And all I want to do is get the edges here. As long as we get the edges, the rest is fine. Okay, let's see how this goes here. And I did kind of cut it to fit. So that should work. Okay. Yep, that's going on just fine. Okay, that looks cute on the house, like it's like a little awning. That's the word, awning. Okay, and then I have a black cat here. This is from Hexapeel, the collage book, and I left a little white around it, and it makes it pop off there. So I'm going to glue this on. There's always black cats lurking around the witch's house. They all have their familiars, right? Okay, so we'll put that little guy right there in front of this house. All right, we're doing well so far. And then this one here, I cut out, I took some of my grayish mica stain book page. I have this bigger flower and a bigger label. So I'm gonna get this kind of stamped here like that. And I don't think I inked the edges on this, so we'll get that on there. Okay. And I'm going to glue this book page. Like that. And then this flower here. All right. I know if you're a Wednesday fan, the show Wednesday, it came out a couple years ago. Well, they're finally starting the second season, and it starts August 6th. I think the first half is August 6th, and then they're doing another half in September, I think. I don't know how they're doing that, but that's what I understand. I'll need to stamp on that. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, that looks good. See, that looks good, doesn't it? So let's get that on. I'm excited because I do like that show. You know, it's not scary. It's kid stuff, but with a little dark side. Nothing to be scared of. Okay, I'm going to put that one here, kind of like this. That looks good. That looks very good. And then the last one here, I'm going to glue this tree on here, and let's get this one done here. Okay. Okay. Book page. Over here. I might have to make more book page, dyed book page, I think. It's fun to use in the background. It's really nice. Just some cool looking background with just a little bit of shimmer, not too over the board, you know, just enough. Okay. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to stamp on it this way. There we go. And now we're going to get that put on the house, and then we'll get that tree on, and then we'll look at it, and then we'll probably be ready to go to the back of the houses now. So that's going to go right here. I think I'm going to put it right there, like that. I like it. Okay, I'm loving that. All I gotta do is get this tree on now. Let me move this over. I think I can close this up for now. Sure, I'm in frame. Let's get this on. Another tree. And don't worry, I have more trees for the back too. Maybe when Amy comes back, she can get some laser cut trees and stuff together in her shop. I don't know. I haven't looked to see if she has any of them right now, but I'm sure she would work on that when she gets back. And if you don't see any in her shop, just give her an Etsy message. Give her a message in Etsy in her shop and let her know that you're interested. And I'm sure she can get to that when she has time. We have to let her rest because, you know, jet lag and all that coming back from a trip. She'll probably need a day or so to recover. And you know how it is, house, food shopping, washing clothes, the usual, right? Good to go away, but boy, it's a job even to come back, for sure. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put that tree right here. Let's get that on. Okay, I love it going over the window. So everything here has something on it to look at. We can always add more things. We have the witch, we have the faux windows on all of them. We have a clock on the middle one here. We have a wax seal there, some trim, the die cuts. So to me, it looks very nice so far. Okay, now let's turn it over. I wanted to show you the back. I did cover the back just with the digital kits. It was very easy. I didn't piece the backgrounds because we're going to be collaging all the tags. And I loved these papers with the gray and the purple. It just reminds me of, the darkness. This witch that was on one of the pages, boy, I cut her out and put her on one of the backs. Love this here. And so to start out here on the back, I am going to put a cat by her down here. I don't know if I need any more than a cat by her. I might put a word. I'm not sure yet, but definitely needed a cat by, we've got to have the cat, her familiar with her. So the black cat. So we're going to get that on. Okay. Because I have this spot here, so I can put the kitty right here behind the witch here. I thought I had printed out, I wanted to show you, I don't know if you have this, but I have, this is a Tim Holtz stamp that I got a few years ago. It is Tiny Text Halloween CMS 409. Don't know if it's available. It's pretty much some of the sayings he has in those sticker books that he comes out with. But this way you have a stamp one and you can stamp it. I've been stamping it on just some papers and tearing around them. So I was thinking, like this one says, in the middle of the night. I could put that here or here, and then I think I have one more to pick from. I don't know what I did with it. I have so much stuff on my desk, it's not even funny here. This one says the hallowed spot, so we'll see. And then I thought I had one more. It's around here somewhere. Let's see. Oh, I got this one here. Her eyes were dark. So I don't know. We'll see. Well, let's just leave them there for now. On this one here, well, this is what I did. For the rest of this, I tore edge of my jelly print plate. And you can see I wanted to make sure I covered all the way to the tips of the roofs. And so I wasn't worried about what was down here because this is what's going on down here. It's going to be like ground behind there, mounds of ground behind here. So let's get that on. Oh, and this one here, I use some of my Tim Holtz dies here. I have the moon die. This is dyed paper from Jacqueline's shop. She's the Lovely's Crafting Lodge on YouTube. And I had some of this paper. It was like just a dark coffee dyed yellowy paper, and boy, I thought that'd make a great moon. So I'm gonna put a moon there, and then these are some clouds that I cut out of cardstock and dyed paper from Tim Holtz, one of his dies. So I thought those would go good across the moon like that. And then I have what I'm gonna put is, oh, I did cut myself a whole bunch of bats. Boy, I have I have to show you. I went crazy. I had scraps and scraps of black. I have a whole, every kind of size bat you want, and moons and stuff. So this is going to keep me going for a little while. So anyway, and then I have a little cemetery. So I want to glue this here. So in the background, you see the silhouette of a cemetery. So before I glue the background, I need to glue this to the background here. So if you don't have a die cut of a cemetery, you can cut some crosses and tombstone shaped things. And you can, just do your own. I'm going to kind of put this on an angle to fit in here. Like so. So it does look like it's a hill behind there. I like that. So that's on the background. That's going to go there. And then I have a couple bats flying across the moon. So let's get that on. And then in this one, I just have to make sure I don't have to glue something on. I still have some of Amy's ghosts, laser cut ghosts left. And I cut a big tree. And I think the big tree is going to go there, and this ghost is going to go here. See, I love it. Okay, so now I'm ready to glue this down, and I think I could probably use my glue stick. So let me get this on, at least for most of it. I don't know about this part. Let's see if I can gently hit it with the glue stick, the die cut, so it doesn't break. Okay, like that. And then this goes at the bottom, along the bottom. And I'm crossing over, but you know what? It's thinner paper. It'll be fine, so I'm not worried about it. It will be fine. I love how that looks like a hill with tombstones in it in the background. This is also a Tim Holtz tree branch, but I thought it would look really good here. So I'm going to glue that on there. Okay, so let's get that on. I feel like I need something in the forefront here a little bit, just like that. Okay, I like it. Now, I'm going to get the moon on first, and then we're going to put the clouds and the bats on. Let's get that. I'll probably be able to glue this on with my glue stick. Oh, I hate when the glue splits like that. So much glue. I've got to, let me change my page here. Too much. Okay, let's try it again. I just, the glue is so expensive, you just don't want to waste it. Okay, there's that. So now, oh, make sure you're on the right page here. I'm going to put this moon up here. And I see this line here, but don't worry about it because I will cover it with the clouds. It kind of bothers me, that line there, in a way. I don't know why it does, but it's going to be covered with the cloud. And then I'm going to have to cut this, see? So I'll cut that when it's done. I think I'll put that on with glue. I cut that out of cardstock. Okay. So I'm going to put that here like that. And then I can cut the little ends off here where I want them to be. Okay. And then this one is like a smaller one, but I cut that out of the dyed paper, and that one you layer kind of like wherever you want it, like that. So I'm going to do that. You know, you buy these dies and stuff, you just got to start using them. So let's see, I'm going to put that right here, like that. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right, and then I got to see where the bats want to go. So that bat can go there. This one can go back up here. Okay. I love adding bats to everything. I'm just crazy about them. I just love the look they give because he's got so many different shapes, bats, in his dies that I have a few. Some are really big, some are smaller, and they're all flying different. And I like that. A lot of options. This one is coming in closer, so I'll just kind of put that one right there. So there's our nighttime sky in the cemetery. I like it. Okay, and then this one, we're still deciding on the words for the witch. We'll decide that at the end. I wish I could hear what you're saying. I know you're telling me, yeah, put this. No, don't put the words. I like in her eyes were dark, even though you're not seeing her eyes. Or we can put the hallowed spot. We can even put the hallowed spot here, actually, right? And this one says in the middle of the night. We could probably add these around here. I could make a few more. Her eyes were dark. We could probably put that one up there, and we could use that one as the hallowed spot. Let's see. Let's just keep moving and see how it goes. So then my ghost and my big tree here. I love how it looks like ground with my jelly print stuff here. And this ghost just pops up right here. So the ghost is going on first. Let's get that ghost on. Okay. All right. Let me get my tweezers here. Make sure I have them just where I want them to go, which is right there. Okay. I love the whole scenery back here. I love it. It's like a whole story in itself, right? Okay, this tree's going to take a minute. So I hope you're crafting with me, and if not, probably a good time to go get a snack or make a cup of tea while I'm getting glue on this big tree. Or fast forward. This is like, I wish there was an easier way to do this. I really do. But it'll be worth it. I love the look. I love the look at it. Look of these trees. I don't know. Do you all have Cricut machines out there that you use, or is it something you don't have? Because I don't think I've put the source, the Etsy shop that I bought the file from. So if anybody does have a machine that cuts like this and you are interested in this file, where I got it from, let me know in the comments, and I can just tell you then. But maybe a lot of people don't. I fought it for a long time because I said, what do I need it for? I don't use that kind of thing. I don't do that. But you know what? After 4 years of saying no, I said, you know what? I think I do want it. And even if I just use it for cutting out things for my journals, but I have done some really fun dimensional paper products with it, and I really am enjoying it. Obviously, I don't have a lot of time, but there are so many cool ideas out there that I really am enjoying it. All right, so let's see. Let's get this tree on here. Right about there. I don't mind that some of those little branches are standing up. I think it kind of gives it dimension, actually. So I'm not worried about those little branches. Okay, I love it. I love it. Let's get this on here as best I can. Yep, it's working out well. I do like it. Let's see, I'll just lay that there for now. In the middle of the night. We could do those. It's a possibility. It's definitely a possibility. Okay, now here, let me move my glue, make sure you see me here. Okay, so we have two more. I have this here to put here to continue the ground. And then what do I have here? I have this, I have a big, like a double tree. Oh, I know. I have another cool moon. Look how cool that moon looks. Doesn't that look good? And I cut her out of a tag, and I wanted to put her there like she's walking in the moonlight. I think that looks really good. And then I was going to put this big tree here, and this ghost right here. And I think, yeah, I love it. Okay, so I can go ahead and glue this background on. Let me get that on. Okay. So let's get that on. Move that over. And with all this paper on, it has such a nice body, the envelopes, that they're going to stand really, really nice. They really are. So I'm going to put her walking in the moonlight, and I am going to glue this moon here. I already kind of inked around the edges, so let me get some glue on here. Okay. I like that. And then she's going to be walking in the moonlight. I already inked her. to save some time. I think my glue is drying up here. I'm still trying to use as much as I can out of this bottle before I add more to it, because I don't want to put the fresh glue. I don't know, is there such a thing as fresh glue versus glue that's been in here? Does it really matter? Maybe not. Maybe it doesn't. All right, so she's going to be walking here in the moonlight. I'm going to put her up so she's more up on the hill, and her head kind of touches the moon. Here we go. I like it. She looks good. Okay. Love it. We don't have any words for the others. Let's just finish and then we could look really quick. Now, so this tree is going to go here. That tree will come here, and then this ghost is going to go here. So I can, no, this way. I'm going to put the ghost on first. I'm just off to the side here, getting glue on them. So that ghost is going to go here. Okay, and then, oh, another tree. I'm really done gluing trees. It's really torture for me. It's so tedious, but I love the effect, so I will get through it here. If I knew how to edit videos and fast forward these areas, I would, but I don't. You get me as I'm crafting. No editing, just me crafting. So I hope you're okay with that. If not, you can fast forward, right? Or go get something. Go out to the lobby, get a bucket of popcorn. That's what I would do. Ooh, now I have a taste for popcorn. Okay. Almost there, everyone. Almost there. Just gotta get some glue on here. Okay. Wow, this is a big tree. Okay. Ugh. Okay. I think we're there. As much as I can be, right? Okay, here we go. So this tree is going to go down here a little further down. Get that over a little. Okay, there we go. I like the tree going up on the ghost. I know it's in here, but it's little enough. It's not going to cause a problem. It'll be fine. Love it. That looks super good. Now, the question is, do we want words or do we not want words on here? Let me think about that for a minute. In the middle of the night, could go there. Hollowed spot can go here. Her eyes were dark there. Now, what would I use if I were to do it? We could do Ghost of the Departed. That's kind of a long one though. An uninvited guest, a wicked thing. We could do her immortal beauty. We could do that. Let's see here. And do we want to do words, or let's look at it without the words, like that? I kind of like it without words. I'm okay with it without words. You know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to put the words on, and you tell me in the comments if you think I should do words or not, because I could go either way. I like it without words, but I think I like it too with words. So I won't put them on till I hear from you, all my friends, to tell me what you prefer, and then whatever way to go. If I have more that say put the words on, then I'm going to put the words on. But I could go either way, so I like it. Okay, this is the back of Witchwood Lane. In the back, the cemetery is in the back, right? And then, oh, it's getting nice and heavy, and we didn't even do tags yet. And here's the front. I love how that looks. And it's gonna go like this, see? It could stand like this across, and see, it's so sturdy. It's not gonna fall or anything, and I can't wait to do the tags and get the chimneys to pull the tags out. That's gonna be so much fun. So, all right, friends, I'm going to let you go, and in the next video, we will start collaging and making all the tags that go in the houses. So, thanks so much for hanging with me. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.